Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Adrian and welcome back to some more Cobblemon. So I actually did a decent amount of progress on my Pokedex. If you actually look, I have almost 350 Pokemon, obviously scattered from like different, areas of the Pokedex and different regions. But if you were to take that in one region, that's almost like an entire Pokedex filled. I have caught so many Pokemon, it's kind of disgusting. Now in the last episode, I was trying to get like some legendaries and I got just a whole bunch of slew of random things. But in between that time, I started farming. I started to at least try to complete our first Pokedex, the Kanto Dex. As you can see, I'm almost done. Like I have a lot of the Pokemon here. I'm missing like a couple of stragglers, a little bit of the like evolutions for some of them, some of the starters, but like most of them I've seen or have caught. But here's the problem. Some of the Pokemon are unbelievably hard to get. For example, as you can see, I don't have a Bulbasaur yet. I have a Charmander and I have a Squirtle, and there's a reason. Basically, also, let me show you guys this. I have built a jungle platform to help me with some spawns, and here's why. Long story short, in every single biome, you have a chance of getting a common, uncommon, rare, and an ultra rare Pokemon. And typically most of the starter Pokemon are in the ultra rare category. And the way that the ultra rare category works is like it has basically a 1% chance or like a 0.1% chance of getting it. So like out of all of these blocks, there is a 1%, there's one block that will spawn like an ultra rare. It's just really, it's like a 1% chance to spawn. But that's not the only factor. Not only do you have to hit the spawn for getting an ultra rare, which is like 1% to 0.1%, but then you have to hit the ultra rare spawn for whatever Pokemon you want. So for example, I've been trying to get a Litten. A Litten has an 8% chance to get picked out of the ultra rare pool. So that means that I have to hit the ultra rare pool, which is like a 0.1% or a 1% chance of hitting. And then I have to hit an 8% chance to get a Litten, meaning I have to do a 0.01 chance or 0.001 chance to get a Litten to get any of these starters. And it just so happens that the jungle is the most like populated with all the ultra rare spawns. As you can see, Litten, Grookey, Snivy, Jangamo, Trico, Ditto, Bulbasaur. And the reason why that's so hard is because compared to someone like Charmander, which I actually got, I can actually show you guys. I love the model for it. I have this little spawn little thing that I got. I got a Dartrix. I got a Rowlet some time ago as well. But if you look, I got a Charizard. And the reason why I got this so fast after like an hour of like hunting it, like actually no, not even an hour, like 10 minutes, is because some Pokemon will have the ultra rare pool all by itself. And that is Charmander. If you go into the Nether and you go into the Basalt Delta, it's the only Pokemon in its pool that can spawn. Therefore, if you just hit the ultra rare pool, you have a way higher chance of getting a Charmander versus if you try to get a Litten because there's a Bulbasaur in the spawn pool, like etc. But yeah, I have been unbelievably unlucky in trying to get a Bulbasaur. I've been trying to get that, but I think after I get that, I'm gonna be pretty decently well off. I might also get a Cobblemon breeding mod. I know I've been mentioning that for a couple of days now, but I might get that since I actually don't have all of the Pokemon. Like I'll have like, for example, like Dartrix. I don't have Rowlet. Actually, I did catch a Rowlet, but like you know what I'm trying to say. Like if I catch an Empoleon, I need to breed to get a Piplup, and that's just later stuff. But one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is fossils. Because I'm trying to fill out the Kanto Dex, if you scroll on down, you'll notice that one of the Pokemon that you need is an Aerodactyl, and an Aerodactyl is a fossil Pokemon. Now, I've been ignoring this entire time playing, but finding fossil Pokemon are some of the coolest things you guys need to do. So long story short, the way that it works is you build this machine, right? You get this restoration tank, a data monitor, and a fossil analyzer. You craft all of this stuff in your little menu, right? And you put it in this order. What ends up happening is you'll start finding these fossils, and I'll show you guys how to get them and all the different structures you get. But eventually what happens is you put the fossil in here in this little box, and then you feed this thing with like biomatter. So I use a sack of sugarcane. A sack of sugarcane is enough. And then afterwards, after the Pokemon starts growing out, I have a shield on in here. You just take a Pokeball, you throw it in, and then you just get it. I have collected an Aerodactyl. I collected an Aerodactyl, as you can see, a Tyrant, and now we have a shield on. But one of the new ones that I've got that I didn't even know existed is I got a Dracozolt, which is a combination of two different fossils from, I think, Galarian or the Hisuian region, where I think the original fossil gives you like an Arcan and another fossil gives you a different type, but you could put two fossils and you get this one. And this is one of the coolest Pokemon I've ever seen in a while. This is such a unique design. A Dracozolt, an electric dragon type. I was thinking about putting it on my team because I don't have an electric type, but the IVs are kind of ass. So maybe I won't do that. But yeah, either way, I think we're going to be spending today just digging up fossils, and I can show you guys what I've learned because I'm not going to lie, it's kind of complicated. Yeah, real quick, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the Cobblemon series. Every single video has like 30 plus comments now, just you guys telling me tips and tricks, and you guys are enjoying the series as much as I have. And a lot of you guys have even started your own playthroughs. And I just think that is so freaking cool. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much. And also, in tradition, I have a brand new Pokemon. You guys probably have noticed it in my team. I have a Dragapult. This is one of the coolest Pokemon that I've ever seen in my game at all. I don't even know what generation he's from. So he's probably like from a newer game, but a Dragapult is a dragon ghost type. And as you can see by its IVs, it has a really good IV, and I maxed out its attack and speed EV. This thing is a beast, dude. This thing is probably one of my strongest Pokemon right now. And it's crazy how I got it. I literally was at home and it spawned. Yeah, turns out that Dragapult, if I actually hopefully can see it should be a ultra rare spawn on like the coast. So I think I was AFKing somewhere around. Oh, by the way, I got all this dirt. I was trying out a farming method that didn't work out, but I think if you just ultra rare in a here, it should spawn a Dreepy. Yeah, a Dreepy would spawn an 8% chance, but I've hit the percent chance for getting a Dragapult instead. So I don't even have the first version of it. I just have the max evolution. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, and obviously in tradition, we're naming it after one of you guys. So it's kind of funny. Some of you guys started commenting like what specific Pokemon you want to be named, and you're just naming legendaries. I don't know if that's going to be possible, and I'm really glad that I got this Dragapult, and we're going to be naming it after Tefla. I think that's a really good name for it. So yeah, welcome to the team Tefla. I am so happy at how my team is turning out. I also have a Staraptor. I'm not really going to use it. I just kind of had it because I was building, long story short, I was building a platform in the jungle to try to manipulate spawn rates, and it didn't work. So it's just kind of on my team so I could fly around. So yeah, I'm probably going to be working on, like, my main goal right now is to fill out the Kanto decks. And for today's episode specifically, I'm going to be trying to get more fossils. I think eventually I want to have this be like a starter box. I want this to be a fossil box, and I want this to be my legendary box. Yeah, today we're going to be digging up some fossils. I'll show you guys how to find some. I'll show you guys what to do. And genuinely, I think if you're doing like a casual playthrough, keep an eye out for these things because they're way more common if you know what you're looking for than I ever thought. So basically what you want to do is you want to first have a brush. A brush is really easy to craft. All you need is a feather, copper ingot, and a stick. So, you know, kill like a chicken or something. Now, what you want to do now is every single time you're like out in the wilderness, there's going to be these suspicious structures. They're kind of hard to spot. Some are easier to spot. But long story short, you're looking for these suspicious structures, and every single one of them will have a specific piece of suspicious gravel that will always drop a fossil of whatever you're looking for. Some places give you more than one fossil, but if you want like a specific fossil, you have to look for that one. So for example, I'm going to be trying to find a prehistoric sandy den. It has the helix fossil, guaranteed it's inside of it, but also while you're inside, you can find a root fossil, a fossilized dino, armor fossil, helix fossil. So kind of think of it like a structure has at least one fossil of its guaranteed dinosaur or whatever fossil type Pokemon it is, but also it has a chance of giving you like the other stuff. Now, the way that we find this is apparently we have to go to a desert. I got one. Okay, yeah, Xeroxor. See, I've been traveling a lot. As you can see, I have way more Xeroxor. I have way more places, but these structures are going to be really not necessarily difficult to find, but they look kind of weird. Is this one? Oh no, I'm tripping out, dude. Now, if you're playing without like Terralith mod or the Wythers biome mod, which are just adding like extra like biomes, which I highly recommend because they have supported like compatibility with Cobblemon. If you're not playing with those, then they should be easier to find because they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. Now, it's not like these ruins right here where you can find like suspicious gravel in them and whatnot. Wait, is that a Shinx? I have one. Dude, there's another waypoint here. Oh my God. Instead, these things look a little bit like they're slightly different. Like most of them you could probably spot because they'll have like cobblestone on it or like a weird spruce tree formation, but like this one, the sandy den, it looks a little bit hard. They spawn with naturally generating sand, and it has sandstone around it with pointed dripstone hanging inside. All right, maybe I shouldn't have picked up. Wait, it's this. I found it. Look, it's right. I mean, like, okay, if you're playing a vanilla Minecraft like game, you should be able to find this really, really easily. But basically, this is one of the prehistoric structures. And as you can see, there is suspicious sand right here. So if I take a brush and I brush it, apparently this is like a brand new Minecraft feature. I didn't even know this existed, but you brush it and you have to find the fossil. Now be careful, right? Like don't just use a shovel. You might break some of the suspicious sand or probably suspicious gravel. So this doesn't have it. This has copper. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll kind of dig a little bit. This looks like a bone. I'm just going to mine it. I like to mine it with my brush instead of a shovel because if you accidentally break the grass, or I'm sorry, if you accidentally break the sand, like if I break this block, this on top will break. That might destroy the, that's iron. It might break the sand or it might break the whatever block that actually has the fossil you're looking for. So you got to be really, really careful. This is coal. I'm not going to waste my time. What's in here? So the fossil in here is the helix fossil, which if I'm not mistaken, I actually don't remember who that is. Dude, it is bright out here, dude. The suspicious. Oh, wait, it's here. It's the Helix fossil. So yeah, there you go. 100% you get at least one fossil of like the guaranteed thing. But if you keep on digging, I'm sure if we keep digging, we should be able to find more suspicious sand. You should be able to find other fossils in here. It's not a guaranteed chance of finding it, but you can still find it. And what's really nice is you might find something for a fossil structure that's like more harder to find. There's a lot of fossil structures that you need to like go underground and look in some caves, go into a lush cave and whatnot. Yeah, here's another one. I think I'm gonna dig this one and then I'm gonna leave. What is it, gold? So yeah, that's how you get another fossil. I'm gonna try, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on home, drop this off. So this is how you revive a fossil. You take the fossil you found, you put it inside, and then I need biomatter. You could use like a gapple, you can use whatever stuff. I think you could use like seeds, but I like to use sugarcane because I already have a sugarcane farm and I'm, you know, using it to make money and whatnot. And you just have to deposit it in this restoration tank. Now, obviously, because, you know, I need to use a stack of sugarcane because it's super weak, I gotta click on this super fast, but you get the idea. So as soon as you fill it up and you put the fossil back in, it like turns on, and then now you don't have to worry about it. Now you can just go off and go find your other stuff. So what I want to do in today's episode though is like, you know, obviously I want to find fossils and I want to get all the fossil Pokemon. I specifically want to get something called a Dracafish. Wait, there's a Hippini. Holy shit. Wait, let me kill it. If I'm not mistaken, a Dracafish is a hybrid Frankenstein fossil Pokemon. So it's not like the regular one. It's the one where you actually have to have two fossils and then you revive them and combine them together and it makes a, I think, fish dragon or a fish something. The reason I want it is because I don't really have like a really reliable water type. Like I know I have Gyarados now, but I still want to have like more options. Okay, so actually maybe I won't go for that. I'll just go for like underwater stuff. So to get a Dracafish, you need to get fossilized fish, which is the fossil, but I might be able to locate like more than one at one time. I need to go to a prehistoric submerged impact. What the heck is that? Wait, there's a Lapras. I don't have a Lapras. Hold on. Now, since I'm going underwater, I think I might turn off my shaders, but also I think what I'll do is I'm going to be swimming on my Gyarados, which is nice because I think Gyarados allows you to breathe underwater. Hey, Lapras. And dude, I'm kind of running out of Pokeballs, dude. I only have, yeah, I have 8 Dusk Balls. I have only 2 Quick Balls. That was an easy Lapras. Nice. Okay. All right. So let's look for this. So there's a couple of things that we're looking for. One is one that has a lot of gravel, pointed dripstone on top of it, and a magma rock thing. And then another is ice. So one of the dead giveaways for something is ice. So I'm going to look out for that. Ice, magma, something. Oh, that looks suspicious. Is this anything? There's mossy cobble in here. So there's vibrant hydrothermal vents that we got to look out for. A prehistoric underwater fisher. They are saying that they all spawn in the deep ocean. Okay, I think there's about like 19 dig sites. Whoa, it's a whale lord. Throw a quick ball at it. Is there any fish that I do not have? I have all these guys in my Pokedex. But yeah, I'm really excited to fill out the Kanto Dex. I'm so excited. Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of like underwater Pokemon. Hey, look, it's a Mega Stone thing. Okay, I'm kind of worried. I don't know if it's gonna spawn in a deep cold ocean. Okay, this is actually way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, I don't know why that took forever, but I could not find a single one. I'm probably gonna go into like a warm ocean next time, but there is actually a couple of ice ones that we could find. Wait, is this it? If this is it, I'm gonna freak the hell out because this literally looks like everything else around it. I think this is it. Wait, look, notice how this is ice and everything else is packed ice. Is this one of the things I've been looking for? Because please, if it is, I'm getting out of here, dude. I swear I've been looking for 1 hour straight and I couldn't find a single one. Wait, so no, it was suspicious sand. That could have been a fossil. Dude, I looked for like an hour for this, man. There's bone blocks. That's how you're supposed to differentiate it. I hate this. I hate all the winter ones. How many fossils do you get from this one? Is that a fossil? I got a fossilized bird. Okay, wait, no, at least I got something. Wait, this was one of the best things to find. This is one of the rare few that has 4. It has 4 fossils. Dude, I think I destroyed 2 of them. I broke another one. Wait, suspicious gravel. What is that? Wait, this is a fossilized Drake. Oh, I don't have this one. All right, I'm about to blast out of here, dude. I cannot do this anymore. Dude, I said all this hype about fossil hunting, and then I went down. Oh, there's a bunch of structures here. And then I went down and I found absolutely nothing. And in an hour, I'm done. I don't care. Just give me this one. What is it? An Omanite? Nice. Wait, fossilized Drake and bird. Can I combine these? Oh, I get it. Okay, so the reason why there was 4 of them in there is because you can combine the Drake and the bird and the other parts to make a different fossil. So I have a Drakeazolt, the one that I had earlier, this guy right here, and he is from a bird and a Drake. So if you combine the other ones, you get different ones. It just so happens that I got the same ones again. You guys have no idea idea how long that took me. I literally, like, you could see if you watch before I went fossil hunting and right after, dude, that's an hour difference. An absolute headache looking for the ice ones. I think all the tree fossil sites, super easy. Ice ones, never doing. I'm gonna wait. Now, I actually have a couple of, I think, legendary items in here, I think. I heard Meloetta was good. One of you guys told me that the Meloetta is a really good Pokemon. I kind of want to do, I got this thing. I got Oak's Letter. I don't know what this is. I used it and I don't know. Wait, is that a shaman? Oh, I guess there's summons a shaman. Oh, that's cool. All right, well, I guess I'll get this. I want to get as more legendaries as possible. Damn, this one actually has a model. I'm really happy about that. All right, now, I know that I want to get at least more than one. If I can get shaman, that'd be great, but I want to see if I can make a boat. If I can make a boat, I should be able to stop all the other guys from moving. Yep, there we go. Not gonna make that mistake again. Damn, that actually took the wind out of my sails. I genuinely spent so long looking at ice. It was the only reason why I found that last one is because the slight difference between packed ice and regular ice. I might take off shaders next time I do this crap. But yeah, hopefully by next episode, I should have most of the Kanto decks complete. I just need like a couple of, you know, different guys. I think I have all the fossil Pokemon for Kanto complete, right? I don't think is Aerodactyl the only one? I feel like it's the only one. Oh, first try for Shaman. That was really easy. Doesn't Shaman have like multiple forms? Natural Cure, IVs are so funky. But hey, at least we got 2 new fossils. Hopefully if we get the other ones, I'll probably have more of them by the next episode. But if we get the other ones, hopefully we can make some more fossil Pokemon, get all, what, 18 of them? And then hopefully by then we finish the Kanto decks. We're almost done. We are almost done. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And sorry to cut this episode short, but I'm tired. Yeah, it's been Adrian, guys.